Yo, what is good, guys? It's me, your boy, Fanaki Mamba. I'm back again. As I did say, guys, that I'm gonna drop another weekly recap just to show you guys what I'm looking out for this week, so that you can guys already can see on your side as well as to maybe how can you capitalize on these trades or in these moves. Obviously, guys, you know that I'm a day trader, so I'm not just gonna be buying on Monday and then holding until the end of the week. But what I'm gonna be doing each and every day, I'm gonna be looking for possible buys that are gonna give me longs on what on dollar and then on euro, USD, and on GBP USD, I'm going to be looking for sales, and then on gold as well, I'm going to be looking forward for kind of like a sell setup. But I'm going to go into deep into details about that. But for now, I'm looking at chart of dollar index. I believe dollar index is very important when we are looking at dollar, so that we can get to know how can we trade Euro USD and GBP USD. So I recently added gold on my setup. I'm not really actually trading gold, but what I'm doing is that I'm kind of like forward testing it so that I can see if it does fit my trading style. And if it does, then I'm going to be looking to add it on my trading pairs that I trade each and every day. Obviously, it's not actually a currency pair, it's a metal, but yeah, it has so much volatility in it. So yeah. So guys, just to kind of like show you what I'm looking at for here. So you can clearly see guys that we've taken out this liquidity here that was here previously. It was taken out by price just around about these areas. And then we had this liquidity here taken out as well, which is something that is super beautiful. And if you can remember, on our previous weekly breakdown, I did mention that I'm looking for price to pull back into this rather than continue going long. So, and it did exactly that. I'm not saying, guys, that I catch these trades each and every day like this, but I'm saying that most of the time we do. Because remember, guys, one of the most important thing is consistency. It's not you being 100% with how you look at the market, but is you being consistent with finding those directional bias in the market. Because if you don't know where the market is going, so there's literally nothing that you can do. Whatever that you're doing on your smaller time frame, you're probably 15, 5 minute time frame for entries. You just don't know what you're doing because you don't know where the market is going over for a period of that day or for a period of that week. So yeah, so now we've taken out this liquidity as well here, so you can see that there is no real need for price to kind of like trade based on this. So now we are looking at these areas here, so you can clearly see that price has not tapped into this area, and we know that there's sort of a lot of like liquidity that is just going to be above these areas. So we're just going to be looking for price to be magneted into these areas here. Obviously, when Monday opens, I'd really love to see price pushing down, taking out this previous day's low here. So I'd really like to see that, and that would be what that will give us the opportunity to get that retest to this fair value gap. Once we do get that retest to the fair value gap, then that's when I'm going to be looking to do what to continue with my longs opportunities to these areas. Obviously, guys, 105.883 is my target, but it doesn't necessarily mean that price cannot blast above this area. It still can blast above the area, but then that's where I'm looking for price to kind of like be trading to going to the next following week that I'm looking out for here on DXY. So that's my overall um trade that I'm looking at. I'm looking to trade on DXY or my directional bias on the next coming week. I'm looking for kind of like a bullish DXY or dollar index, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm just going to move on to Euro USD. So previously, guys, we did talk about Euro USD being bearish. As you can see, we were looking for price to kind of like take out these lows, and you can literally see that we just slightly took out the lows of Euro USD here. So what I want to see on Euro USD going to the next week, I want to see price pushing up. If price can push up, tap into this order block or a fair value gap, I mean, and then if price can do that, and then it will be taking the highs of this previous day as well. So then I'll be looking for price to continue doing what, pushing to the downside. So that's basically what I'm looking out for going to the next week. So if this move can happen on Monday, then I'll really love to kind of like continue with my shorting opportunities on what on Euro USD. So just to give you a quick sneak peek, what I normally look out for on a daily basis is that I want to see sort of like a range. I want to see a range, whatever they call it, accumulation, and then I want to see manipulation to the upside, taking out these buy stops that are here. There are buy stops that are here. So they have to be activated by price, and people will be like, okay, we are in position in profit. And then those who entered sales because of resistance, then they got taken out as well because their stop loss are just above these areas. So yeah, I want to see both of those people being taken out. I want to see price pushing down, taking out all this liquidity that is just residing above here. And then I want to see displacement. Once I get that displacement, then I want to see some sort of like a retest and then a push to the downside. So all of this that I want to see it on a 5-minute time frame. Once it's all confirmed on a 5-minute time frame, then I'm entering my short position here, looking for a 1:2. That is my stable or constant risk to reward ratio. Sometimes I can go for a 1:3 if I see the momentum to the downside. I will hold for a 1:3 or potentially 1:4. But on a 1:2, I make sure that I move my stop loss to break even if I see that price has more potential to the downside, so that if I don't make money on that position, I don't lose money either. So because I understand pretty well that the most important thing here, guys, is you being able to protect your capital. If you can't do that, then you won't be able to make money, because whatever money you make, you're gonna lose it because you can't protect yourself in this market. So it's like you are just walking like a naked man. So a naked man can just get cold at any time. So you have to wear something so that you can protect yourself. You understand? So that's the most important thing. That's the key in trading. So I'm looking for price to kind of like push up and then continue pushing to the downside. That's basically what I'm looking out for. So it's pretty much more the same with it's pretty much more the same on GBP USD. Pretty much more the same on GBP USD. I'm looking for price to kind of like push continually to the downside. But one thing that you can clearly see on GBP USD, we did forecast that we want to see price pushing into this fair value gap and then continually pushing to the downside. But one thing that we can literally notice or pay attention to here on GBP USD is that we have not yet taken this liquidity that is here. So what we can do is that we can continue pushing, taking out this liquidity and pull back into this area and continue pushing to the downside. That's most possible scenario that we can see, because we do have this level here of liquidity as well. So price can be attracted to that level as well here, just in these lows here. Price can still be attracted to these lows here where there is gold. I like the gold line because of it just show that price wanna milk this gold. It's a gold line. So gold, man, it's just wealth. If you talk about gold, you're talking about wealth. So yeah, so price wanna taste that a little bit of wealth, because there are a lot of stop losses that are here. So those market makers are making money from these stop losses. So it's gold for them. That's why I put gold here, guys. So that's basically what I'm looking out for, guys. Here, unfortunately, here on GU, we don't have fair value gap here. So I'm just gonna be kind of like using these previous days highs. If price can push up, take out these previous days highs, then I can look to continue going short on GBP USD. Probably I can also use this candlestick here, this last bearish candlestick. I can also use this last bearish candlestick to look for entries. If price can come to this, then I'm going to be looking forward for those shorting opportunities, pushing price to the downside. So that's basically what I'm looking out for here on a GBP USD. Pretty much simple and straightforward, guys. As you know, guys, that Euro USD and GBP USD, they have positive correlation, and DXY is negatively correlating with them. So now looking at gold, I'm looking for sales on gold as well. I'm looking for sales as well on gold. So one thing that you can literally notice, guys, here on gold, you see we have these highs, we have this low. So one thing that makes me kind of like go in a little bit more details with gold is because of, guys, you can clearly see that I'm not trading gold. I haven't analyzed it with you with Euro USD and DXY and GBP USD. We have analyzed it. So it's not so much of a big difference from what has been happening last week. But with gold, we have not analyzed it. So I'm just going to be going a bit into details a bit. So you can see that we had these lows that were created by price, and then price showed a beautiful displacement taking out these lows. Unfortunately, price didn't come back into this fair value gap to tap into it before it can continue pushing to the downside. So that is what we call a no trading day. So one thing that happened again, you can see that we have LQ here that was taken out, liquidity that was taken out by price before gravitating all the way to the downside price make sure that it takes out these people who entered selling opportunities from here so that they don't eat from this move. So they were taken out, manipulated. Even if you can just check here, let me just zoom for you. Even if you can just check, guys, here, you're gonna see that these highs are not as high as these highs here. So what happened is that people, they probably maybe did manipulate them, but not as much, and then they had to take price again up so that they can manipulate them twice. So these people, they got manipulated, they got killed by the market, and you see market pushing to the downside. So nice. And then we do get a break of structure. So a definition of a break of structure is when a candlestick closes with a body below that previous key level. So you can clearly see that we did that. We closed with a body in this key level. So that's beautiful. So one thing that you can see here is that we had these equal highs. We had these equal highs here. You can see these two equal highs. So I can just stretch it to the upside, and you can clearly see that what happened here is kind of like what gold is repeating now. What happened here is kind of like what gold is doing now here. So we can see this scenario unfolding. We have these areas here. We have this candle, not as equal as this one before we get that overall move here. So I can just literally say that we are running probably maybe in this move here. So we're just going to get maybe 1 day of manipulation on Monday. We can get that further push to fill this fair value gap fully. And then we start to see price pushing all the way to the downside to kind of like take up these lows here. So that's basically what I'm going to be looking at for here on gold. I won't be, if I do maybe find an entry that I love on gold, I will enter it, but I won't be too aggressive because I'm still kind of like forward testing it. So yeah, but one thing that I do, I don't do demo. So what I do is that I just fund and trade it live. If the emotion that are involved is fine. If I see that it's not for me, then I leave it. But I just don't like trading in demo and stuff like that. So I just live trade everything. So that's basically what I'm hoping for. If price do show a bit of like respect in this area, then I'm gonna be looking to take it further a little bit more to the downside. So that's basically what I'm looking out for, guys, for this week. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining and watching the video till the end. If you're here, I really appreciate you till the end. Make sure that you subscribe if you are new, and then if you are not new, welcome back again to Forex Family YouTube channel. And then please, guys, make sure to like and share this video with your friends at home. It's me, your boy, Falaki Mamba. I'm out. Let it be peace in the Middle East. With our brothers and sisters, be safe.